What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. It is 8 Eastern in the United States. How's it going? This is the DST show. We are live. How's everybody doing? It's the 6th anniversary. Yes, they made it over 6 years. They exceeded my expectations of relevance. What's going on, everybody? We are watching AEW Dynamite. If we can get Europe's in the chat, please. If we can. Dynamite's alive. I think they're in Los Angeles, California, and Hollywood. And currently, Toni Storm will be making her return back or over in Florida. What, they in Daly's place? Are they in Daly's place? Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood. My apologies. Hollywood, Florida. So it's a mixed tag match involving Chris Statlander. Bro, Joey Wheeler, bro. They keep booking this guy. I'm sure he's a great wrestler. Any AEW fans that try to still defend the product, they're like, I can. It's Joey Wheeler, guys. Oh, the Young Bucks. Yay. Oh god, Young Bucks really with these bitch arms, bro. These Young Bucks, bro. Anybody rates them as a top 10 tag team in the modern day? I think Nick Jackson's the one with the bigger arms, Matt Jackson with duffel bags. And they're doing a casino segment right now with a duffel bag. I'm sure it's full of money for the chips. Aren't these guys like sneaker collectors too? They got the wrong duffel bag. And Eric Bischoff called these niggas vanilla midget. Yeah, I remember when they were Generation Me on TNA. There's nothing in the duffel bag. They use up all the money. Oh, this is a segment that they were watching. The Broke Bucks. They wasted like what $500,000? They say. against the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. It gotta be sad for Josh Alexander, bro. Like currently, they're doing an NXT TNA storyline invasion angle in the Big 2025, and all Josh Alexander does is the longest reigning TNA World Champion in his company history. This nigga's a lackey for the Don Callis family, barely main eventing shows. If y'all a TNA fan, how fuck does Josh Alexander even be considered an upper mid card fan? I bet he's not even considered much against guys like Sammy Guevara. Because he's not a bad wrestler. It's a trios tag match. And here comes Brodito. 7-1-1. So also they do return back to win-loss records. With Kenny Omega facing off against his former elite brethren. At least they're in a big arena this time, right? 2300 arena was really cooked for AEW content last time I was watching. Mega! Are you ready for this? I'm in the pentagram. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Wait, so Brian Danielson is up on commentary now regularly? Oh God. Oh God. What's with so they back over this is not Daly's place. Bro, you could see the hard cam that the fans are so scattered out. Yeah, it's not 2022 anymore, folks. They cannot sell out. 2300 was the most you ever seen like a sold out, somewhat sold out crowd for AEW. All right, sickos, we made it to Wednesday. Let's do this. Any anticipation for the 6th anniversary of AEW? Or am I still going by the? Oh yeah, hold on, bro. You dead? Hold on, folks. Hold on. Well, sadly, we'll go the alternative way because currently they're starting off with trios action to begin the show. So I don't really worry about cable networks. They're doing a greatest moments for WWE. Brody Lee is currently beating down on Alexander. They toss him out like the jobber he is. Kenny Omega's going high risk. Oh, but Brody helps Bandito with an outside moonsault. Bruh. I heard also some bad news involving the WNBA, even though he always gets bad when it's still politics that overview the talent on the court. That's always like a red flag of the WNBA. Um, Brody King assisting with a scoop slam using Kenny Omega as a weapon. Hits the living weapon with it, but Brodito, what's going on? But he'll slam. Bandito got an alternative and slams Brody King on Josh Alexander with the Young Bucks still not ringside. All right. The former women's champion. Who's this? Oh, time out. It's Mello. In Jurassic Express. Y'all miss Jurassic Express? I think anything's better than what Jungle Boys became. Getting heat with CM Punk, causing CM Punk to leave, getting getting Black Sheep from the family, trying to get Black Sheep from the company, not getting over with the crowd, or the boys, and then becoming TNT champion when nobody gave a shit. And then cutter combination with the Young Cucks, ganging up on Kenny Omega. Oh, and an Inzaguri. And over the head bulldog on both opponents. Kenny has what the Young Bucks really want him. Kenny Omega's setting up, trying to go for the Topenkan hello. Stopped by Alexander. Now he's gonna do it. And cuts it off with a double super kick. And Alexander, running body block below the apron. So just the story of this is just the Young Bucks and the tag titles back in the history of Kenny. And how they affiliated with the Don Callis family. They just showed me the Young Bucks wasting money at a casino segment. Does that really benefit? They are as they're founding fathers, damn it. This is founding father tag team. Senton over from the top of the rope outside to hit Brodito. And now Alexander and the Young Bucks are cleaning up house before picture in picture. Tony Storm versus Mello. Why is her return match so weak? The hearing left go Kenny. And then another 6-man tag. No, can't guarantee everything to have a meaning. Just if you want to see bangers, you want to see bangers. And a heavy Irish whip onto the turnbuckle, chest first for Kenny. And now they're trading chops into a lariat over by one of the Young Bucks. One, two, three. Trying to get a tag, probably. Elevated running neck breaker? No, pushes him off. The tag in for a Young Bucks combination. Alexander Holden and Cindy, what are they going to do? Like a senton or drop kick over on Kenny's body. Oh my god. It turns into a combination drop, double stomp, flips Kenny for a power bomb just for a kick out of two. Any thoughts on Brodito or like them as like a natural tag team? Because I thought that Brody Lee is a just a one-on-one guy after the House of what was it that the House of Thorns with Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. He might actually return back to WWE and will be in Australia for Clash of not Crown Jewel. Knowing he always affiliates with her in the videos, it wouldn't surprise me. Two, it broken up by one half of the Young Bucks jumping on Brody King. And Brody Lee and Brody Gang trying to double area both Young Bucks. Ooh, and a big boot. Elbow into a super kick by Bandito. Another kick into what a rare. He said goodbye. Fucking jobbers, man. Ooh, and he rotates out for a cannonball senton, hitting Josh Alexander. Oh, and a flapjack while one half of the Young Bucks, like a snake eyes, while the other one gets hit in the nuts while laying on top of the rope. Oh, and then there's the Tope Hello with the crowd. Okay, Omega with the crowd now. Wrestle Dream on Saturday, September. Is it September 10th? Let me guess that little ricochet back over for a German suplex, and it got countered. Back body into Josh Alexander. All of Brody King catches one half of the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega has him for a tombstone pile drive to a slam. I don't. What? And he's going for the V trigger on Josh Alexander. V trigger over the rope, slingshots into the rope after the miss, and now a chain of German suplexes. Now a German on Bandito. And Brody King coming in just so he can get a piece too of Josh Alexander for a double super kick. Oh my God. When I need to start a show, 20 minutes of work rate. Oh, the ripcord counter super kick. And now it's a radio of super kicks to a super kick to the chest. Turns into a slam. 1, 2, no. And the ankle lock now from Josh Alexander. Misses out Brody King trying to assist double super kick by the Young Bucks. And now Meltzer driver turns into a forearm straight from Brody King into a dragon suplex by Kenny. And this is just spot after spot. Like, this is just Jakara wrestling. If y'all ever see that V trigger from the back of the head on Josh Alexander for his reverse Hurricane Rana. And Kenny, it sucks too, because I actually don't mind Kenny Omega's moveset. Into a power bomb, V trigger, stiffer than a smart looking at a 5-star rating, bro. Don't at me at that, by the way. Just take my word for it. I'm not visualizing that. If you already did, I deeply apologize. It's not my fault. Another V trigger, slingshot German Brody King with the tope suicida. And one winged angel because somebody got to take the fall for the Young Bucks to not get the over on Kenny, and that's a 69 tag. Decent way to start the show, even though this feels like this should have been a main event. If you're going to close out with still displaying the world champion like this, but that's just my personal opinion. But right now, the first match is okay. I'm ready to battleground. That and Cody Rhodes, but I think he'll just get referenced in spite because of his he doesn't really follow any of the current legal strategies that AEW has been doing the past couple months. Oh, and Alexander blindsiding Kenny and trying to reconcile with the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks are not helping over. There's a Jurassic Express. Yeah. Jack Perry using his move, so he's still using his Gov name. Double choke slam by Luchasaurus. And Alexander. And then running knee straight from Jack Perry, but Kenny going for a dragon suplex. And it's all forgiven after what Jack Perry done over these past couple of years, even though he came to help. Oh. Cool Heads is not prevailing here. It seems like past interactions. Oh, and Jack Perry still doing the right thing, going for the Young Bucks, running a tope on the Young Bucks. Conversation is last. Combat starts now. Nigga just hit him with his jacket. I can understand Darby, and he's still fighting and carting them outside. What? $6 years. Bro, this is the beginning of the fucking show, bro. 30 minutes. Why don't we like Goldberg, Kenny Omega's Mike? I'm sure Kenny Omega is probably going to be one of the bigger loyalists until like financially it's unstable for AEW to stay afloat. I do. I would say like this is a decent way to start the show. A bit rushed, a bit forced, as long as it was as a 6-man tag, but there were some decent bright spots. But somebody's in the black man. Is that Andrade again? This nigga just crawls back. Yo, WWE gives zero fucks. That non-compete clause for that nigga to get employed again after he left too. After what? It wasn't an interaction he had with Sammy Guevara. Don't holy shit this nigga. He's gonna do the same shit again. Overrated luchador, bro. The most overrated luchador I've ever seen. I'd rather see Del Rio again than Andrade because I know at least Del Rio WWE fans are gonna know who he is. Andrade is in no rush to get into a contract, knowing that he'll probably just do a program with Kenny, not to get over, and then we're gonna see him get CMLL matches because that's better than Ring of Honor catering with affiliated with Don Callis because Kenny Omega's babyface. I need some ice cream. This fucking whole segment needs a cigarette. You already got like 6 niggas, and one just got jobbed out for no reason. And Andrade shows up with the black mask. Andrade's back, everybody. It's only been like what, just a month after he left the WWE. Oh yeah, Andrade. What has he won a championship when he was in the AEW beforehand? Andrade Cien Almas returns from WWE after like a like a calendar year stint after returning back at the Royal Rumble just for that nigga to get released again. Oh wow. Uh, we already have two Japanese wrestlers that struggle to get over. Kyle Fletcher, Brian Cage, and whenever Lance Archer's available, because sometimes you don't see that nigga, and they're supposed to be in a tag team. Watch watch Drew McIntyre sign over with AW if he's not getting any due respect. And by the way, Sami Zayn's heat is warranted, bro. Everybody don't fuck with Sami Zayn not because he's a good wrestler. Niggas don't fuck with Sami Zayn because we know that he's Triple H's boy. We know this, and his affiliation over with the Saudis because of his Muslim roots. If you can't take that grain of salt, I can't talk to you. You're unreasonable to talk to. It's Sting. Oh, they're still using clips of CM Punk without his likeness. I'm sure that doesn't concern him. I'm sure that does not concern him. When Kyle Fletcher turns against Will Ospreay, how does that make you feel? Chat? I will say there has been some massive upsides, but I just wish AEW took a bit of the advantages that they've had seriously. The Death Riders 2024 did not help elevate Moxley into a major heel on the roster. There is no legitimate top babyface currently that's been legitimately giving any buzz on AEW in the wrestling space right now. I will say that some of their pay per views have been a bit more better to watch than certain PLEs WWE've had. Some of the guys can actually win the championship without elusive favoritism, like they do with Cody Rhodes. Like Tony Khan isn't afraid to make Swerve Strickland world champion, make him look legitimate. Some guys he at least like. There's obviously favoritism in the booking, and they still have this fucking theme song. Like the views, break the rules, Dynamite. Well, hopefully AEW exceeds my expectation. I really want them to succeed. Oh yeah, the TNT Championship's on the line. Kyle Fletcher face off because didn't Orange Cassidy just came back after a surprise by Don Callis? I love the penalization of gambling because they don't want any initiation of players manipulating their performances. But tanking's plausible and beneficial to the losing party. And we monetize betting. I love it. You know what? That's cool. That's very cool. I guess we're undergoing commercial break right now. But any anticipation for Wrestle Dream? I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I haven't been paying attention because I don't think we have a definitive card yet. If it's going to be September 10th. Right now, I've been very curious about what they're going to do for the TNA invasion angle involving NXT. Usually, those are so hard to book midway to the far end, but it's always exciting in the beginning, like almost every Invasion angle. Hell, it was even excited when we saw TNA pull up, no, no, the OG Invasion storyline when ECW came over as a third party, knowing some of the former individuals were and ECW players coming into the game with Paul Heyman. That was a commentator at the time, thanks to Jerry the King Lawler being out of the company, and then his wife divorced him. Type shit. You can't win them all. Epic victory. Oh my god. What's poppin'? What's poppin', Swerve? How you doing? I think we're still under not picture in picture. I think we're in a definitive commercial break. God, we just finished a 6-man tag that began with like Young Bucks and Brodito that was like 30 minutes long. Just to have a thank you to the fans, and it felt like a fucking house show. I'm sure the TNT title would be exciting drama, even though like when did Orange Cassidy ever like it suit like drama? And I'm shocked it passed the threshold that I put for it like back what 2021, because I did put it for 5 years. I get Maria Shafir and Wheeler Utah. I swear to God, Wheeler Utah. Whoever thought this guy? Do you have any depth? Anybody has any depth on Wheeler Utah? Like, why is there so much stock over him being a part of this segment when there's like Daniel Garcia? I don't mess with him. Oh, here comes Mark Briscoe. We're back after commercial break. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they're in a blood feud. MJF and Mark Briscoe. They didn't MJF beat him. No, he lost on pay per view. Man, it should have been Christian Cage and Mark Briscoe. Oh wait, he only does Dead Dads. We need to go. Let me tell you what y'all do with that duck. I would see what you do with that chicken. It sucks too because I actually liked the Briscoes. Rest in peace to to Jay Briscoe. Underrated guy on the mic. I like when they were together. They had instant chemistry. The conglomeration. The conglomeration. Y'all, y'all messing with the conglomeration. Any wrestling fan always want to affiliated. Like I'm sure some wrestling fans want to hang out with the Undisputed Era. I'm not a fan, but I know that there's wrestling fans that can't think of NXT without the Undisputed Era. Uh, bitch. Well, a bit of the second. Oh wow, okay. The second match on the card is the TNT Championship. All right. I'm shocked. This guy just comes back and he instantly gets a shot for the TNT Championship. I swear, Tony Khan loves that than his own father. I swear to God. Tony Khan likes Orange Cassidy more than he does his own father. The Jacksonville Jaguars and Fulham FC. Mm, what the hell is the Asian text over in the background? Freshly squeezed. I really feel like it's misconstrued whenever people are like, well, there's nothing wrong with Sami Zayn in ring. And I'm not trying to hate the guy. The guy's a great wrestler. I really feel like he's Triple H's boy, and they're still trying to treat him like this forced underdog. It's the same thing with fucking Daniel Bryan. Forced underdogs become world heavyweight champion. I'm sorry. Forced underdogs already become coveted tag team champions with one of the biggest legends on the roster. Forced underdogs date one of the hottest female talents on the main roster. No, no, no. Tell me that I'm saying lies. Tell me what I'm saying lies. You telling me Chad Gable isn't more of a realistic under? This guy was called Shorty G to now being one of the more legitimate in-ring technicians in the roster, and he's legitimate. While we got fucking Martin Kirby, I'm sorry, Kyle Fletcher, cutting off his fucking hair, looking like a Peaky Blinders extra. When we already have Will Ospreay on the main roster, my nigga. Like, explain to me. Explain to me. Ooh, TNT Championship. Even though we air on TBS. Ooh, change the fucking name. Hey, look, I'm not a guy. Look, underqualified, never been in the wrestling business before. Just a hot take. What if you're not on Turner Network broadcast anymore and AEW is an independent fed? Would it be smart to find an alternative or additional name for the TNT Championship, like the Elite Championship? Something that correlates with your history. Just making ideas. It's not hate. It's legitimate. Help y'all out just in case Turner Network can't broadcast y'all on Discovery. And Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT title. What? Why do you mean pretty much a slacker? This nigga just puts his hands in his pocket and he just, he wrestles. He puts up a clinic when he's pushed down the edge. He's been doing this for the last 6 years. God damn, Orange Cassidy, switch it up. You can give your character layers. Fuck it. At least people say that the Undertaker has a biking phase. We can make the Undertaker evil or a good guy. He can be violent. He can use curses. Nigga can literally implode the ring off using electrical powers. Orange Cassidy, nigga just puts his hands in his pockets. He thinks he's lazy, and then he'll just do some instant random kip up work rate bullshit for the next couple of segments and then make it a comedy skit. Santino Marella has done more to work the crowd than whatever Orange Cassidy does. Just tell me you hate wrestling. I'm being dead ass. If I'm rating Santino Marella as a legitimate better comedy gimmick than Orange Cassidy, I'm just keeping it 1,000. Oh, coming off the ropes, and Cassidy stops what he's doing so he doesn't push for a leapfrog to give Fletcher momentum. With Don Callis obviously under ringside. By the way, does Andrade get a live little backstage interview after returning back to the company? just after like a full calendar year. And Fletcher posing over to the crowd, looking like 2010's Tyson Kidd. Shout out to Tyson Kidd. Career ended for him short. I blame Natalia. Tossing him back over past the barricade. Cassidy going high risk. And a running Enziguri cuts off Cassidy. And he's going outside over the outside after cutting him off with an Enziguri over the top rope. I think I'm hearing what the hell. Yo, is you slapping his cheeks? I understand they're supposed to be close like that, but goddamn. And a stomp over from the top. Ooh, and just launches him over the turnbuckle. Mamma mia. What the fuck was that shit? What type of elevated stomps are these? Wah, wah, wah. We got elevated stomps using the ropes. I'm sure that's able to leverage so you can soften the blow, whatever you're trying to work with, guys. Like, come on. Ooh, and a right hand. GOA is in action. Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe tag up with Hangman Adam Page, AEW World Champion, versus the Death Riders of Garcia Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, 8-Bit Hall of Fame. Why? Oh, and Don Callis getting intervening ringside. With the referee being distracted off Kyle Fletcher, trying to do an illegal intention and trying to work over the crowd. And hearing a "You Can't Wrestle" crowd over Kyle Fletcher, I bet Dave Meltzer's not liking that. Well, obviously he can't wrestle, but obviously that's supposed to antagonize because the fans are working the wrestler, and usually it's supposed to be a reverse. But we know Kyle Fletcher's a great wrestler. We've seen him wrestle a lot of guys. Fuck. Tell me y'all don't need an aspirin whenever y'all hearing Dave Meltzer talk about wrestling. You hear that shit in the airline. Yo, I'm being dead ass. Y'all like hearing ringside wrestling. I remember I did because I felt immersed. I actually liked hearing like Brian Alvarez complain and go over the spots that are messed up because they go for it over in detail. And now you're hearing Dave Meltzer talk about it, and now I feel like, yeah, I think I should be embarrassed talking about wrestling like that. That shouldn't be the case. Nobody should be ashamed of talking about pro wrestling. And another super kick. Oh, just mocking the poor guy, repeatedly knocking the man while he's down. Ooh. And the NHL returns back to October 8th. NBA preseason starts back in October 5th because I think Media Day is almost here. We had news on Jonathan Kuminga. He's a forward that plays over for the Golden State Warriors. And Orange Cassidy coming back with stumps that look so fake into going for a Shining Wizard while Fletcher's low, reverses out with a lariat, uses over the ropes, comeback is on, and plants him face first over to the turnbuckle, to another turnbuckle, to the other turnbuckle. The Fletcher battles back with a right hand, counters off an elbow, slingshot DDT over the outside. Okay, that's tough by Cassidy. Really hearing MVP chants. The tilt-a-whirl. Mention one. A twirling Michinoku driver nearly catches Orange Cassidy, and it's going to be a near fall. Fletcher with the frustration. The hell's the audio problem here? Yeah, it's this Saturday, 10 Pacific. October 18th. I apologize. They need to add another slash so I don't get confused. Yeah, it's October 18th. Off the ropes. And a super kick by Cassidy over and another super kick. I swear to God. You guys spam super kicks to stun your works more than a girl saying literally in a text message into a tilt-a-whirl DDT for the near fall. 1, 2, no. 3 DDTs? Nigga, you guys do ring apron finishes like that should be normal. And they never finish matches. And then you concern yourself about spiking your head while y'all sell the least hardest part of the fucking ring? Okay. All right. For a lazy guy, he really doesn't start until he finishes. Trying to go beach break. Fletcher going for his power bomb. Goes for 2. Going for a surprise pin. Fletcher catches him over. Tombstone pile driver. 360 tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, no. Why are you even so super surprised? First of all, I know call him out, but you barely damaged him while you took like 3 DDTs. You have not sold any of the fatal moves that could have and took your lights out in this entire match. And Danielson be always correcting. I remember when he's had to ruin the vibe over with the commentary, being like, "Hey, it is hitting the table when it break a tough drop kick over by one-legged drop kick from Fletcher into a pin. No, let me guess, stunner move for super kick. How come I can fucking tell?" And then a counter super kick by Cassidy, and then an enziguri over the same top rope. This is awesome. So this is not Daly's place, by the way, just to make sure. This is awesome. So, oh, you know what? I bet they're gonna end this due to a time limit because this is mid card segment. Wrestle Dreams closely approaching because there's no way they would have a surprise. Oh, run in. Who the fuck is it? Holograms coming over ringside to help out his buddy, part of the congregation, but it probably might not be him. Don Callis and Hologram kicks out Don Callis over the ring apron. Let me guess, this is gonna be a surprise. Yeah, it's gonna turn. It's this can't be Hologram. No shot, just betrays Orange Cassidy part of the Confederation. I mean, congregation, and a spiking DDT over the top turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3. Who is this? Oh my God! Orange Cassidy got turned against one of his best friends. Who's that? Beretta? Is it Beretta? Because I know he's part of the Callis family. No, he mad short. Hold on. Who is this little? Sorry, I'm trying to minus on the cussing. This short bitch over here, and hologram that obviously wouldn't just come over into a robe wearing wrestling boots when he's the most basic bitch luchador weirdo. Like, you know how bad it is that Austin Aries has more hype coming in, and here comes the rest of the congregation with Mark Briscoe helping out Cassidy. There's no way that can be hologram. Who's this? Who's this? Who the hell is this? It's obviously not hologram. It's I think I heard there was going to be several returns here on AEW, and Don Callis just walks out. Oh, with the rest, just cues them in. Has to call them. Don Callis looks like he had to cue those guys just by walking back, just making them feel awkward as hell. Who's this? He's taking off his shirt. The clone? Who? Who? That's not Andrade. Well, what's the meaning of this? What? A bunch of who's. Now I see Andrade in the ring. Over on the ring entrance. Bro, what the fuck is with the lighting? Dramatic lighting. And y'all only like 20 yards away from the ring. Y'all like 10 yards, 5 yards away from the ring. What's the dramatic effect with the black and white lighting like I'm watching him again? Am I watching him? Am I watching him? What am I watching? This fucking Jordan Peele Productions? Take your time. Take it to what? First, I don't know who that is. All I saw was Andrade. I don't know who the midget in the lucha mask is after just showing it's not hologram. I didn't even know this guy was undefeated on AEW. You wish it was hate. I wish it was hate. I don't know half of the people. It's too many cokes on the Callis family. Only one guy's a current champion. The rest are a bunch of randoms. I know. Okay, I know who Kazuchika Okada is. I know who Takeshita is. I do. Goodbye. Mwah. Good. And then it blocked out and showed Andrade returning from the clit of Charlotte Flair, showing that he had nothing else to offer anymore. Just to join the. What's the perks other than all these guys need a manager? We have 10 guys, one manager, and you have no benefits of moving up on the roster. Unless you're Kyle Fletcher or Okada. 10, like, there's like 10 guys on this current roster of Don Callis family. This is the NWOB team extension. That's sad. At least Solo Sokoa wasn't that bad. Even at least Solo wasn't that bad on the mic. It took a 180 because I know him as a strong silent type enforcer for the bloodline. And here comes Mercedes Moné that thinks she's still a star. Ten belts. That too, of course. Fuck AEW. I'm only here because Tony Khan pays me enough to be here. Unless Zaddy Triple H pays me extra, like you know Triple H. Yes, I know who Hunter. I know who Paul Levesque is. No, it's Daddy Triple H. Zaddy Triple H made me a star on NXT. I was never a star on the main roster. Like weird at Dynamite title Tuesday. And oh yeah, there's AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Is, is there any legitimate female tags to put on the roster? I know Ty Mello. I think Valkyrie and oh my god. Is that Cameron? Harley Cameron. I think that's Harley Cameron. Trying to force each other to be a tag team. She does have she does have a nice personality though. I like the little puppets that she brings over. Oh my god. Well, respectfully declined was Mercedes Monet, and now we have what the mixed tag action. The 6-man tag. The fuck is it? The world champion is going third in the card for the anniversary special. Guys, I have a universe mode of AW. If I had one more belt, I'm gonna lose it. No, bro, the knockouts tag titles have been more definitive. Oh, so it's an I Quit match for Moxley and Darby. They're in this blood feud. They had a match back it all out that ended with like injuring the ears because Moxley's into that shit. Oh my god. You guys love Wrestling Express? Me, not me. And then they show this artwork with AEW and DC in a collaboration image. with Chris Jericho looking like a third trimester teacher, still trying to compensate with her hours, even though she's about to give birth, but she still got to cover her shift. Yeah, I have a. It's not a weird analogy. Like you'll see pregnant teachers in my school life. I've seen a lot of pregnant teachers still come over until like delivery time, bro. Like Chris Jericho, I think WWE is just a place to be. Just have a nice little send off. Have your little matches with some of the newer acquisitions or guys from AEW that obviously like it there. You could probably do some Mexico shows if you're not really trying to affiliate with the main product. You could be an authority figure for NXT because who really wants to see The Rock's schmacked ass daughter there? She ugly as fuck. And people still respect Chris Jericho in some capacity, except his political views and his bitch tits. Who else? Who else? What else we have? General general admission capacity breakdown: seven up to 7,034 people. Standard seated confirmation 6,600 seats. Reduced capacity been set up as few as 2,500 seats to a specific show like a musical. Oh God! Yikes! Oh yeah, this is, bro. This is a fucking no shot. This 2,500 seat auditorium. This is a cathedral. These niggas are in ballrooms. From like 1.4 million to like you're getting the bare minimum standard of NXT straight 2 weeks after a good PLE. Like, bro, this is depressing. This is super depressing. Depressing. The Death Riders even start off first. Claudio Castagnoli. And out comes the baby faces after the Death Riders. Powerhouse Hobbs. Tony Khan doesn't like big black wrestlers. Oh yeah, the trios. 1/3 of the trios tag team champions are out. And here comes 2/3 Hobbs and Samoa Joe. Joe, Joe, former AEW World Champion, by the way. I forgot. Didn't he beat MJF? He champion. Hangman Adam Page. Two trios matches and under 3 matches into the show. Okay, and we got blood and guts. So you can't say that as a pay-per-view. And here is the trios match with the AEW World Champion and the trios tag champs matching up against the Death Riders. Knowing there's unsettled scores between Moxley and Page after what happened back at All In. And Claudio Castagnoli matches up. Yo, I still remember when Cesaro and Joe fought for the King of the Ring, and Joe like beat his ass. He ended it with like a European. He began it with a European uppercut. It was so fucking brutal. Match was so fucking awesome. And Joe got him cornered, out muscling even the strong man of the group, Claudio Castagnoli. Oh, and the uppercut to try to stun and incapacitate a reverse elbow. Who else? People thought Killer Cross was going to come over to AEW. Pushing his face over near the ropes while cornered. Daniel Garcia came from wearing regular long wrestling tights to shorts with knee pads, like the whore he is, sucking off to Moxley. And we'll be back to Daly's Place for Homecoming, even though our anniversary episode is today in the auditorium, but we're not in Daly's Place, where literally you guys were bunkering during the pandemic, where you guys still made shows popular while being secluded. No personal meaning, I guess, for an anniversary special. Type shit, type shit. Saying. And here comes the hot tag gun, Hangman Adam Page. Matched it up with Daniel Garcia after hitting him face first on the steel chair. And the world champion, the Ops. That's their name. Y'all ever mess with the Ops? The Ops. I'm sure kids want to like band together. Some fans want to band together with their homies like the Ops. I'm sure some guys that work with the stick it to the big man like the Ops. Like we're the Ops. Thankfully, this company is private. And a double shoulder tackle by Powerhouse Hobbs after Hangman showed some momentum. Collection of clotheslines. And Moxley battles back with a rake in the eye, going off the ropes, cuts him off of a clothesline. Oh, and trying to sneak a surprise attack on Hobbs was Daniel Garcia, and Hobbs took that like a mosquito bite. I forgot he was TNT champion, bro. This guy should be like dedicated, elevated to do more. Hell, he could be part of the Hurt Syndicate right now as we speak. I know they're probably not push Swerve Strickland because he's more of like already a self-made guy on the roster. Oh, ooh, hits him ring tailbone into the ring apron, and then World Strongest Slam over the ring apron. Another one. Hobbs punishing him like a little brother. Oh my god. What? So Kenny and the Young Bucks are your opening act, and your world champion is the third on mid card. What else they displayed? Oh, what else we have on the card? We have the tag. Tony Storm is supposed to come back with the Jurassic Express, but that was already displayed. Tony Storm is supposed to have a return match against Ty. Like, come on, come on, guys. What is we doing out here? Trying to push high risk on a barrel toss on Moxley from the top. Garcia, Claudio come to interrupt. Has him over for a power bomb. Claudio cuts away the threat of any more damage being done to Moxley. Matching up on him and utilizing the ropes. Just a stampede, stomping up right over to the chest area of. Oh my god. I might actually get to hydrate. This match makes me want to get a cigarette, fam. You guys don't mind. Huh, wait. Uh, the Hangman Adam Page seems like he got a head full of steam. Lariating. That's not even a word, and he gets the overhead over on Garcia. Triangle clothesline on Claudio Castagnoli. Two. No. Oh, fuck. Sorry, folks. Headphones. Our Yankees got the Red Sox in the first round. Mets fumble a playoff berth with their $700 million flop. That's called Juan Soto, the Judas of the Bronx. Oh, and there's the head-to-head between Moxley and Hangman on their history. Going for a double hook. Paradigm shift. Over for the Dude Buster. Hooks him over, put him in the sleeper hold. Claudio saves Moxley. Pushing for the rehearsal, but he's cleaning house. Going for that pile driver. Spikes him. Oh, for that European uppercut over the lower part. Hey, yo. 1, 2. No. And Powerhouse Hobbs with a spine buster to cut off, and now everybody gets their shit in for that certain spot where everybody gets a specific move. And then Daniel Garcia just launches Hobbs out with Joe with a forearm spike. Paradigm shift on Samoa Joe turns into a buckshot to a pop-up uppercut. Near fall. Sorry, folks. I need to hydrate. I need to stay awake while watching this show. Reversal over the neutralizer. Going for a Dude Buster. Buckshot on Claudio. Cover. 1, 2, 3. So who does Hangman have for the world title, knowing Moxley still got a score to settle with Darby? He did drag him with a straitjacket. To be fair, that is kind of fucked. Yeah, they really work together. Danielson. The massive victory here. Samoa Joe. Oh, pulling him over. What's happening here? Hobbs trying to play the peacemaker here. Whoa. Verbal assault by Samoa Joe. I guess miscommunication during the match. and security's trying to pull over a former world champion in this business. Bro, I forgot what they were arguing about. Was there like a spot I didn't notice? Oh, and the fight's now correlating 50-year-old Samoa Joe trying to cause problems with the current world champion Hangman Adam Page. With Powerhouse Hobbs trying to play peacemaker, still trying to hold back his tag team partner. What turned into an alliance immediately turns into a massive scuffle. So is the main event like returning Tony Storm in action? Oh God. I know Willow Nightingale. They're still pushing this Mike Bailey tag team. You really about that life? Yeah, with my male best friends. Not getting any pussy tonight tag team against FTR and Kevin Knight. You get no hose. This manager's not bad. I actually like this guy. Top guys out. Yeah, we're top guys. We just don't wear suits because we're top guys. I pull up with a Glock. Nobody needs to know that, Cash. I pull up with a Glock. Oh my God. I pull up with a Glock. I be pistol whipping. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was easy. Top guys out. I thought that was Lee Moriarty for a second. I swear, Kevin Knight looks like almost every other black, twisted, black high flyer with twists. That's a $150 in the division, dog. No offense, I'm sure he's a talented wrestler, but y'all can't tell me that it doesn't look like any other $150 braided, dreaded little midget from the division. Like we got that nigga. That's Javon Evans. He's just an older version of Javon Evans. Where's that guy from the? Who's that guy from the Rascals? He used to be part of that. That's Wesley. Dog, you can't tell me that's not Wesley. Hell, you know who else? It's like a $150 black skinny high flyer, random NPC ass wrestler. That's just Leo Rush. That's just Leo Rush. Kevin Knight is in every interpretation of that, bro. And then you got Mike Bailey. Tell me what you think about Mike Bailey, chat. Y'all rate Mike Bailey? Tell me y'all rate Mike Bailey. Y'all can admit it. I don't care. Need to hydrate. Going for a walk after this. Cannot wait. I was so disappointed when I heard about that him movie, by the way. I was trying to watch that before the month ends. And then I heard it was a flop. People were saying it was directed by Jordan Peele, but it was actually produced. So most of the artwork and theatrics was actually displayed by him. It wasn't his direction. And Hangman Adam Page getting discussed to after the match with Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. The Ops. My fault. The Ops. What? So Hangman Adam Page is saying that a debt is owed, and Samoa Joe he has not beat him yet. I love how these world title feuds are never sanctioned that often, and it never feels like Tony Khan or like an affiliate. They can't have a liaison. They can't have a president of operations of AEW in ring operations. I would like some essence of an authority figure. I'm not saying they have to be like Adam Pearce. I'd like them. I like a heel authority figure for once. Who's like a current like heel authority figure that actually like is like big currently? And here comes Timeless Tony Storm returning back in ring action. I guess she hasn't competed since All Out after losing the Women's World Championship. And what was it? A multi-women match? Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that music? Ty Mello. I know she's Brazilian. Oh, her hair's not blonde anymore. Well, this is actually one of the Anna Jay and Ty Mello. I think they've been in a tag team since the Dark Order. Remember that those day one factions, the Dark Order. You never heard of them in the last 2.5 years, bro. All about tie between Tony Storm and Ty Mello. Wearing, you changed up her look, not really traditional wrestling gear. 7 p.m. Just put Collision at 6 in the fucking afternoon. No one's watching that after any and go. College football is cooking, y'all. There's no shot Collision should be that late because y'all got to transition that shit to at least a Thursday. Y'all got to transition. There's nothing there on Thursday. You know what's airing right now during this? TNA. Y'all forgot TNA is airing on a Thursday. They should have Collision been airing on a Tuesday. We had to watch two straight wrestling shows back in big 2022. No, I think it was 2023 or 24 with Rampage. Then the next day you have fucking Collision. I swear, Mello is just the equivalent of Rosa Mendez if she was Brazilian. Respectfully, she is a pretty looking woman. In picture. Well, the upside here, I don't need to deal with commercial breaks, so that sweeps away any type of copyright infringement involving external commentary, or else I gotta like lower the volume on that as well. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I would say watch him for the imagery. If you guys like seeing football, even though I feel like it has a lack of themes that involve football, you can make implementation of horror and football. It's been done. It can be done. It's just a a lot of images that you have to like portray and know your shit when it comes to sports. Apologize to Swerve if I didn't read your comment on time. I wanted a bit of a dialogue, even if you wanted to hop in the show for a bit. Vertical suplex, Tony Storm. Oh, reverse vertical suplex by Ty Mello cover. Still to come, Ricochet. Who the hell are these two? Who are these people? There's no way Darby Allin's headlining with Chris Statlander. I don't care who these niggas are. The world champion should not be like undercutting the women's champion. Chris Statlander been on the roster since day one, and she still looks like the most irrelevant on the roster. Thing. I'm just keeping it a buck. Watch Watch Pete Dunne join AEW, and then you're not going to see him in 6 months after like they give him the Continental Championship, not the Continental. What do they call the new Unified Championship? What's it called? What's it called? Hold on. Yeah, October 18th. Oh, we got Halloween Havoc back. It's called the. Hold on. Hold on. What's the undisputed championship Okada holds? I know it's called the Unified Championship. They have no legitimate name for it. It's just called Unified. And a bicycle kick. She could have went a bit faster, Ty Mello. She has a weird design. Ooh, Jericho like a bulldog. GOA is above your world champion, your two former world champions out of Moxley and Samoa Joe. I got to put that into consideration. Ricochet's little jobber group should not be above the world champions. Hey, look, I don't rate Hangman, but yo, value your world champion. He's gonna get Cody Rhodes. With all the momentum. Ty Mello's punches look more legit than AJ Lee's. I'll say that. uh, y'all remember AJ Lee? Those little Bart Simpson punches, like a pinwheel. He was trying to do over to his sister. And a massive punt kick and continue stomping over her face until she makes her neck like discomfort. Ty KO, get it? Because her name's Ty Mello. Oh, and there's in Storm Zero with that spike pile driver stunning Ty Mello. It's over. And probably this new persona. Oh, pause. What? I'd rather hear another what chant than a yeet chant, bro. Hmm? Who am I without the championship? You ruined me. What? And Tony Storm invoking her rematch clause. And Eddie Kingston versus Dragolisto. Yay! Dragolistico. I keep thinking there's a G there. Y'all ready for Eddie Kingston versus Dragolistico? Oh, they still use that pillar turn? Sammy, you were in Ring of Honor. Why are you still using that term? Eddie Kingston looked like shit his first match back, too. I saw that little back fist he missed, bro. Eddie, you need to start working more hardcore matches. Your bitch ass should be working these great in ring classics, nigga. You're a hardcore wrestler. You're good at promos. Uh, isn't oh yeah, they're part of the same group. Lakeland, Florida. They're doing a Floridian tour with the GOA versus the Swirl. Y'all, y'all seen the Swirl on with Ricochet on commentary? Y'all loving the Swirl? I love the Swirl. I feel like they're great in ring talents. They're going to be working with us over the long term. I feel like I can instill a brand of in ring prowess between the Swirl. Y'all like the Swirl? I'm asking, please. I'm really asking. You guys like the Swirl? The Swirl? Please say you love the Swirl for me, please. What's up with the Swirl? GOA versus the Swirl, taking up higher up the card then. The Death Riders, Samoa Joe getting into it with Hangman Adam Page. The fuck was that? Like, come on, man. The Swirl? Y'all kids love the Swirl. You always see the younger wrestlers want to innovate to be like the Swirl. Kids love the Swirl. Oh my god. Let me tell you. To name me your best match from the Swirl, folks. I'm begging you. Please give me something to work with, man. I'm trying. The Swirl? They can't even have the decency to put all-time greatest moments. Like you could have put like that time limit draw classic between Kenny Omega and Pac, Moxley matching up against Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship back at the first All In England. Like I'm giving y'all ideas. This is an anniversary special, right? This is the 6th year of Dynamite. Moxley making his in-ring his live return, even though that was in Double or Nothing. Moxley interrupting Chris Jericho when he was a part of the Inner Circle. Yeah, remember Inner Circle? Yo, try to reference people your history. Y'all losing more of your crowd. Y'all don't even want to get your own televised program over. I have to watch GOA versus the fucking Swirl late into the card. Why do I always show up when it's the shit shows, bro? And now we're back. And Hobbs still interacting with Samoa Joe for clarifying the reason why they went so aggressively. Hangman did issue a challenge. Ooh. Word life. Well, Samoa Joe versus Adam Page because of Samoa Joe forgot he's a singles wrestler and they're battling because I guess their alliance fell over and he didn't get a shot for the world title. That we could have been. I'm sick and tired. We cannot book just Samoa Joe acting like a badass. It's like allegiances are temporary, and Hangman. Last time I checked, I am owed something, in blood or otherwise. And nigga, I am yo. You could have made Samoa Joe just say that I'm owed at least one thing, and that's that AW World Championship for making sure there was no interruption for your world title. And then you could have initiated like I've never been beaten, but it seems like I've been helping you more than I've been beating you. So like, come on, dog. And Samoa Joe is a grade A badass. How you can fuck this up to make it feel like it's justified about Samoa Joe? Like you could have at least made it last longer to show some effect that there's been mutual respect that's been sustained. Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. Telling you these buck 50, these random buck 50 black people that just keep being part of the show, and then you forget they're part of the upper mid card, the lower mid card, bro. There's like at least 15 different Kevin Knights you see in every roster. Nobody likes muscle mass. Here comes Ricochet because apparently he's wearing AEW merch because he doesn't have his own. He's not over for that. The fuck? And here we go. Back suplex on Khan. Uh huh. I forgot. So who's this is probably building over a quick squash match. Of course, Danielson loves the athletes, and Danielson is supposed to correlate that play-by-play with that wrestling experience. So, what's the point of Excalibur? Even though he's like the mark of the show, obviously a guy that knows his information, even though nobody really gives a shit about Excalibur. And Khan is just bullying Blake Christian. Damn, it's only the first hour or two, and what's the rest of the card looking like? You probably need to get a cleaner for the PlayStation. It's been a while since I dusted it out. Since I, I had it rookie mistake. My part rookie mistake. I had it upright then flat, and that ruined the trip. You swallow. Shut the fuck. Danielson has to be the most passive aggressive podcasting liberal brain piece of shit garbage commentator I've ever seen. I swear, people thought that was a good pick because they watched a Cruiserweight Classic and they thought he was good. No, it's because Mauro Ranallo was right there and Danielson just chipped in. Shut the fuck up and call the match. Danielson should be treating wrestlers. You should not be in the room to feel like, oh yeah, we need your insight on commentary. Because if it is, it should be building back a part-time influence into the ring. Bishop Khan does have a good look for a wrestler. He does look like a good heavyweight to probably book in the near future. Anything looks better than Ricochet is right now. Me personally, I just won't prefer Ricochet over any other wrestler. Oh yeah, and y'all heard about that Tyreek Hill injury, bro? Tough loss for the Miami Dolphins. I mean, it's not like they were winning football games to begin with, but bro, such a Hall of Fame talent. He's just getting wasted with Tua Tagovailoa. They nearly lost to the New York Jets too. It was like 27-24. Jets still kept it a close one, even though they were getting like beaten down. Jets, I think, still one of the winless teams in the NFL. Even the Browns got to win. The Cleveland Browns, bro. You're putting up 90 points of total offense and you still score. And you still lose. Robert Saleh, you booked them out because of poor offensive structure. And now you have no defensive structure. Barely have a special team structure. No quarterback stability. Again, bro, I think we're going to lose like at least a couple of 100,000 viewers. No relation. No relation, by the way, Bishop Khan. Just in case somebody unnecessarily asks for an unfunny joke. Oh, over to the corner. Blake Christopher. Oh, and a drop kick over to the back that could stun him through the go for the hot tag on Lee Johnson. I remember when he was managed by Arn Anderson in his career. And then they did nothing with him. They had another name for him, too. They had another name for this guy. They gave him like an unnecessary nickname that didn't get over. Then this guy was just on Ring of Honor when they were just dark with different IP. Oh, and Lee Johnson with a brilliant run over with a Tope on hello. And Lee Johnson moving up. Ooh, doing some Jackie Chan slapstick. Using that agility and environment. Blake Christopher. Blake Christian. Blake Christian. Momentum's with them. Oh, damn, what a drop kick. Bishop Khan. Ooh, and Tua. Bang! Oh, combination. Oh, there got to be some more. Oh, double knee with the ass cheek buster. And here comes the finisher. Elevated double choke slam cover. One, two, three. Oh, spinal blow. That's a decent tag team name. That's a decent tag team name. Oh, Spirit Gun. Weeaboos would know that from Yu Yu Hakusho. And of course, to catch heat, and here comes a Hurt Syndicate with MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin wearing great suits. We hurt people. We hurt people. Oh, damn, it's over. We hurt people. Oh, yeah, of course, the MVP resides from Florida. Oh, 305 till I die. MVP. MVP taking the local crowd to get over with the Hurt Syndicate. Ricochet never heard of that vocabulary word in pro wrestling, getting over. Not the top rope, Ricochet. Not on Twitter, Ricochet. Whoa, what the Yo, I swear he wants to say the F word. I swear. Ball head, booty shaking, pipe shit. Yo, what the fuck is MVP? I swear if he was unfiltered. Oh, we don't wrestle, we fight. Oh, no DQ street fight. Oh, and a trio street fight between the Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet in the GOA. And challenge accepted with the even numbers in a fair, in an unsanctioned street fight. We hurt people. Mixed tag main event for the anniversary special. What the fuck? A cosmic killer. We're just establishing over these matches after just a one-off segments. And Haley Cameron. Well, the main event is Wheeler, Utah, and fucking Darby Allin, bro. Over Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Like, we have the founding fathers not even like headlining the show after what looks to be such a one-off. Oh my god. Don Callis looks like he sells standing beds, dog. He seems like an okay manager. I don't mind Don Callis, just the extensiveness of this whole faction group. You agree? Oh my god. All right, well, isn't there supposed to be like Takeshita and Okada like having infighting going on in this group? And the main event is a mixed tag match. And it's already 10. It's already 10 p.m. Eastern. So is this like the after hours main event with the Hurt Business just for like a mixed tag? That's closing off segments that we already had. Just selling the pay per view weeks in advance. This nigga Tony Khan, Jesus. We are in our main event. Darby Allin headlines with no Bang Bang Club, no Kenny Omega, no Jericho, no segment involving MJF. I heard he did well in a Mexican show, but I don't know how that interferes with what's going on now. God. I wish I went to the gym today. I just didn't feel well after finishing lunch, folks. Up and down, and then the light that was take the crowd, but then in the boom, see the can, light the fuse, break the rules, dynamite, let's go in there. Miami Heat forward Nikola Jovic agreed to a 4-year, $62 million rookie contract extension with the franchise. Jeff Schwartz, Sean Kennedy, and Jared Mucha, Excel Sports Management, tell ESPN Jovic averaged a career high 10.7 points last season, and you get $62, 62 million.4. Brittany Renner reportedly seeking 35K per month for child support from PJ Washington, even though they're doing shared custody, claiming 5K per month isn't enough. What are you paying for? Brittany Renner, this got to stop. Miss Renner, when is it going to stop? I can say miss because obviously you're not claimed by any man, and you prefer it that way. My time. No shot. It's impossible. It can't be. You're claiming 5,000 a month. I wish for that money. I wish I was making that type of bread, fam. Maybe I don't know. I guess I haven't lived much of the good life, or just maybe because I'm too poor. But last time I checked, oh my god, making around the average American is around like 2,000 a month, 3,000 a month. I somehow I can't make 5K a month. Just a measly 5,000. Oh my god. And here comes Darby got a new theme? But no, this is the Death Riders. Yes, it is. Wheeler, you still like a mark. So he came from having a bitch cut that looks like he works at an anime con to be looking like a musky content creator. Okay, we're starting already with the action. Chris Statlander jumps the Death Rider, including Darby Allin. A planned assault on the Death Riders. Irish whip over to Utah. Oh, the launch in place first on top head of the tunnel. Like, are you kidding me? Let me just cut off real quick. Y'all seeing this, right? Like, I'm not taking loony pills type shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all about a person getting their just dues. This is just ridiculous. And we just had to deal with Zion Williamson taking Ozempic so we could just get healthy around his contract obligation with the Pelicans to probably take a bigger deal with a bigger market. And now we have to deal with Brittany Renner claiming that 5,000 a month isn't good enough for her living situation, raising her child with PJ Washington. And that also had an altercation involving her baby daddy fighting amongst one another while PJ was with his new wife. By the way, this documented that Brittany Renner ain't shit as a woman to be claimed by any man, by the way, respectfully. She claimed this by herself. This is super funny to me. You don't know how funny this is to me. And I've seen a lot of ain't shit relationships involving NBA players. And maybe it's just me. PJ put this amongst himself. I mean, I would say like the victim is PJ Washington because this bitch met PJ Washington when he was a college kid. PJ was coming up in the basketball world, playing as a top prospect in college. And Brittany Renner was like 26 years old. She was fiending on future NBA dick, fighting over custody rights the entire offseason. And as soon as that nigga gets a new contract with the Dallas Mavericks, Anthony Davis not looking good for the season with an eye injury, the first thought in this lady's obligation of her own child is asking for 30 bands a week. A month. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Upside is Nikola Jovic got a bag. Congrats to Nikola Jovic. And we're back here. Chris Statlander with Maria Shafir. They're fighting over the commentary table. Is it just me or I never like chops with women? Because I always feel like they're going to hit the tit somehow. If women like doing chops, more power to them. If they think it hurts and it works. But that's just not my preference of way to seeing pain. Like, You can hit the back, pull the hair. Not in that way. Don't be a pervert. Pervert. Yes, pervert. Majority of you wrestling feminists out there, not really what you claim, and I can take that to the grave because I've been around the IWC more than you think. I've been watching since this whole Divas Revolution. Beautiful and powerful. Like don't give me that. Mm-mm. Y'all support women so much. Why are you kidnapping them? Why are you gooning into them? Why are you making sure they profit off their OnlyFans than focus on their in-ring prowess? Tell me. More power to them, by the way. They're making bread. But they wouldn't be doing it if you guys weren't supporting it. Same people that vilify before the Divas Revolution about women using their bodies to get over, and yet what you guys support. We ain't doing that. Just saying. Just to watch Kevin Knight versus fucking FTR. What is this, a handicap match? What else we have today? And that was the last contract because we saw Jonathan Kaminga. I think he has a player option with a $40 million, so he's like a free man. That or either they can rip up over an extension, I guess, depending on his performance, because that's practically if Steve Kerr still trusts him to run his system. With Steph Curry still involved in it in the big 2025. Not saying Steph Curry's not one of the greatest players of all time. I'm just saying, like, what's the end game plan? Because here, Miami Heat seems like the winners here after getting rid of Jimmy Butler. After all that, they still keep their picks and they have a young squad that I like Khalil Ware. Tyler Hero is a great work in progress. Has shown to be all-star caliber last season, even though he's out. Bam Adebayo, they might play a compete over for play-in or lottery. Hopefully, in their sake, lottery. The Miami Heat fans know they don't have really an it factor to compete around the All-NBA level without working on generational talent, and they kind of been floating with a mediocre like Eastern Conference to still contend with like not the most marquee rotations with Eric Spoelstra still leading the helm, but that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Darby Allin folk hurting on his lower half. And there's like a pile of chairs in the ring right now. But who you think gonna like hit the Eastern Conference? I'm already shocked what's going on. Like I did not expect the Colts to be undefeated. I think they're not undefeated anymore. Currently, it's the Philadelphia Eagles that are still undefeated in the Buffalo Bills. But I'm curious because the Knicks have the pieces to take it to the top seed this year, and I'll be probably trying to hopefully commentate in more New York Knicks games, especially around the postseason. But yeah, I have the Knicks probably taking first. No bias. I actually feel like they're an all-around great team. The Cavaliers pushing for third. Detroit Pistons second seed. Atlanta Hawks as fourth. Fifth, and can go up and up for the Sixers. And people had the Sixers as a third seed due to Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey being injured for majority of the year, so they were completely out of the loop. But if the current consistent regime can stay in there, I will push for Sixers as fifth, Bucks as sixth, and seventh. Toronto Raptors. Boston Celtics are probably pushing over and playing. Oh, and a suplex over in the pile of chairs over on Darby Allin. They had the AEW up this auditorium because they can't awkwardly fight outside. Arenas can't sell them out anymore, bro. They are cooked. Oh, over on the top, Shafir got Chris Statlander over the top of the commentary table. Oh, who's the eighth? Because I know we have 10 seeds. Now, oh, and the vertical suplex. Statlander hits Shafir on the commentary table. Mamma mia! Cooper Flag already guarding Anthony Davis. Oh yeah, there's him with Derek Smith. Not Derek Jones Jr. He's on the Clippers. I think Dennis Smith Jr. is on the Mavericks. Still. But what's the rise on Cooper Flag? You think anybody right now can beat him in the Rookie of the Year? Or you think it's a shoo-in for him? Knowing his ceiling, he seems to be NBA ready since his freshman year of Duke. And people have been really excited knowing his frame, his defensive discipline. He can get a bucket. And he's been scoring over a bunch of NBA talents. So is Cooper Flag a lock for Rookie of the Year? Or we're just rushing his development? Because we don't want him to end like Scoot Henderson. Not saying Scoot Henderson's an automatic bust, but obviously people had him a ceiling where he's already like an automatic starter for the Trailblazers. That doesn't seem the case right now because we know he's had rotation issues with the Trailblazers of the past 2 seasons. And Wembanyama skyrocketed where this guy's already like a 90 on 2K. Like, yikes. Oh, turnbuckle cam. Wheeler Yuta he's going to cutter him over the ring apron. He's going to back neck breaker this guy over to the ring apron. Oh! Doc Rivers wants Kyle Kuzma to improve on his shot selection. In Washington, he could literally take any shot. Those 5 years in Washington, he took tons of mid-range shots. That's just not what we want, so we got to send a message. So Doc Rivers wants efficient wing shooting from Kyle Kuzma. That's going to be impossible. Kyle is, when he's hot, he's not. When he's not hot, he's useless. What other part of Kuzma's game you could see outside of his time in LA where it seems like he could visibly improve? Because that's where you average 20 on a lottery team. It's either you're really good or you're only good because of the lack of support. Because we saw this with Terry Rozier, and we thought he was going to be a key piece for the Miami Heat. That doesn't seem to go well. Knowing there wasn't much over to his game, Kuzma has the frame to push over as a wing defender, but he's obviously a high-volume mid-range scorer around the offensive side of the ball that can split over and attack the basket. That's obviously what they want to do to get pressure off Giannis and shoot over to the inside like they do with Gary Trent Jr. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, I just hit a bicycle kick on FIFA. I want to goon right now. There's no shot. Oh, and hits her barefoot. And Shafir just hits it foot first over to the thumbtacks. This is a hardcore mixed tag match. So Maria Shafir, like, I know they're both affiliated with Death Riders, and I guess because Darby has a problem with Moxley and Chris Statlander, Death Riders really headlining over the show with like the least important parts of the group. Why don't we just begin the show with a hyped up, highly violent, extreme match that's mixed tag and shows the affiliations of Death Riders revolving around the show? And then we sell over to Samoa Joe getting into it with Hangman Adam Page. A coffin drop over the top, but not near the pile of chairs. And broken up by Shafir. Statlander trying to help out, but it's too late. And it's over. Damn. That show was so mid. So mid. We got so many days. We have so many days until the NBA begins again. 50-year-old KD matches with the Houston Rockets, but no Fred VanVleet. Seth Curry got cut by the Warriors just so he can sign back around I think November, just because of contractual I think because of the cap, they said. So I'm very curious how they're going to correlate that because we know it took a while for even a 10-man rotation to be still signed and confirmed because now the Warriors are in cap hell with an aging with their starting lineup, bro. Either than Kuminga that's below 25, Jimmy Butler's 36, and he has to play games because of the lack of depth. They have nobody to stretch over the five, and Westbrook is still without a team. Who we know that's really an outwarding threat? Don't you dare say Podziemski. Don't you dare say Podziemski. If you think Brandon Podziemski would really push a game changer if there's something wrong, Austin Reeves is shown to be the second best white boy in the NBA. Third best is Cooper Flag. Number one is probably Tyler Hero. And if you Celtics fans say Peyton Pritchard, I will punch you. I think fourth best gotta be Christian Braun. I feel like he's gotten better almost every year. He's average. He came from like averaging at least 5 points something. He's already averaging like 13 points per game. Like the kid has obviously scoring potential. Can score outside the bucket. He's been elevating minutes. Other than like those are the two promising young guys over in the Nuggets that can actually produce it. Now with the Nuggets that had probably one of the best parts of the off season this year, could they be returning back to the conference finals? Thunders did smoke them. No, it was the Timberwolves. Could they smoke them? I'm curious because Jokic still has a few years of all NBA level basketball on him to contend, and how much can he still compete? Because he's been really hiding some of the weaknesses. Cam Johnson is way better off at shooting splits and way more efficient and disciplined on spacing the floor than what Michael Porter Jr. has been able to do. I'm going to be watching Brooklyn Nets fans. Y'all have an expensive AAU team to watch this year. Oh my God. Y'all got such an expensive AAU team. All those young kids in Brooklyn are going to just see Nick Van Exel if he was 6'1" in black. A bucket getter that can get almost any bucket on the floor, but can't produce on the defensive side of the ball. And Michael Porter Jr. that's just pull up and shoot it. No, not a song. It's real life how he plays. Attack around the rim. He may be able to be more ball dominant. Nets are going to be so bottom, or they're going to be so Utah Jazz. They're going to be Utah Jazz of the Eastern Conference. I wish the Utah Jazz were good, man. Their uniforms look the best of this year. And that's not including the city uniforms that are just retros. That people wish that we're back to the default uniforms of this year. Because nobody wants to see those practice unis. People want to see the LeBron James jerseys from back in the mid to late 2000s. The old Cavalier joints that actually look like a pirate. Not the Cavaliers. Cleveland. Visiting uniforms. It looks so weak. Like Nike really be pushing for budget cuts for their stylistic choice for uniforms. And the worst part is kids are probably still going to buy it because their favorite player wears it. That I don't blame them, but it's obviously could have done more with their stylistic choices. That's my personal opinion. The best uniforms I feel like this year, except the logo. I don't like the logo, but I love the uniform choices because it's like a callback to the mid to late 90s Penny Hardaway editions from back in the day when Shaq and Penny were playing with the Orlando Magic. They look the best uniforms of this year with Paulo Banchero, Desmond Bain. And guess what? They savor on cap space. The Magic actually might compete. That could actually push it as a seven. I'm not going to say an eighth seed. Ooh, I take that back. Let me take the Sixers. The Sixers will be a seventh, eighth seed. The Orlando Magic are like a fourth or fifth if they get their efficiency up. Because I've seen Magic games before where they try to push them down over down the middle because of their lack of efficiency behind the arc. And you have Jalen Suggs that needs to work on the shooting splits. I like to see more of Paulo Banchero. He reminds me of so many good players. So it's obviously a health and a consistency concern. Other than that, good team. Very good team with Desmond Bane is a great addition. You can see on paper-wise that lacking that experience and long-range threat, that the Timberwolves, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be a way more struggling team. Yeah, we're probably going to cut it off here. That's it for me over in the DSC show. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream.